All right, we are back. You just saw the intro video to the car. Got rid of the Subaru GC8 RSTI for the Evo 10. I'm going to try to make this more of an autocross track car, but I fixed one of the main problems. It has a lot of dash lights on. If you guys know Evo 10s, it has a lot of electronics, and one of the biggest things is the AYC pump. So I had a four-wheel drive service light. I scanned it with I think Evo scan and got an AYC pump code, and I'll show you. There we go. So I went down, took out the AYC pump right here, and I applied voltage to the motor, 12 volts, using this AYC pump tester I got. And you can open up all the solenoids and everything. This is a must if you're gonna bleed your own system. I know there's other ways to do it, but this seemed like the easiest way to do it. So I hooked up 12 volts to the motor, and this did not turn at all. I put 12 volts to it. I know 12 volts was getting to it. I checked it with a voltmeter, and this thing, if you can hear it, and that's even better. I took it apart and freed up some gunk inside, checked the brushes, and those are all worn out. See if I can repair this motor, but this is trash now. So it wasn't even pumping. I took this apart because when I got this kit, I actually bought a rebuild kit because I know they get corroded inside. So I opened it up, no corrosion at all. It's super clean inside actually, maybe because it's a California car. Put the new plate in and O-rings in anyway. And I'm gonna seal this up with silicone so nothing gets in there anymore. But I'm gonna show you the upgrade I got. I don't know if I haven't seen a video out there yet of anyone doing this, but this right here is an upgraded version of this. So it's supposed to put out a little bit more PSI and just be a lot more reliable. So I haven't seen a video, so I'm just gonna show you at least what it looks like, maybe not a full step-by-step, but just how I put it in. I'm going to test it and make sure it turns on. And then the next video, I'll hook this up and go through bleeding it and see if my all-wheel drive light goes off. So let's open this up and I'll show you inside. Sorry, I'm working at the apartment right now, and I don't have my workbench at my parents' place. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the MLR Engineering upgraded AYC pump motor now. I haven't really looked at this myself, so this is the first unboxing you get with me too. So you will see it is much bigger, so it should have a lot more power. Not that I don't know if this pump needs power or not. Looks like the distance that sticks out, the shaft sticks out, is about the same here, but the manufacturing is 10 times better. You can see all that compared to this pressed just metal here, and that's CNC'd aluminum, it looks like right here. And this one, yeah, doesn't, see, that one doesn't make any noise. And this one actually, well, this one right here didn't even spin before. I just freed it up, breaking all the stuff free. But it looks like, I know there's a hole right here. That's where the stock motor wire came through. We're gonna have to plug that. I don't want stuff getting in there. And this one just plugs straight into the harness using the stock wiring. And that just gets fitted on there like that. But this is 2-bolt. Obviously, and that's a 3-bolt. So it looks like the kit came with, let's see here, this looks like an extension for the shaft there, because we're gonna have an adapter plate that adapts this. It comes with everything here. Get this out of this plastic bag. All the bolts there. Yeah, so that's an adapter plate right here. Let's see. That goes 3-bolt. Guess it goes like that. It's only one direction. So I know it doesn't go like this. Nope. So that's an adapter plate there for that. And then that's going to take these little nuts off. And that screws in right there. Alright. Well, let's get this together. I'm not going to do a step-by-step because I'm not really a step-by-step kind of guy, because that takes a lot of time to set up and film, but it seems pretty self-explanatory. So let me get that bolted up, then we'll plug that in and see if it runs, and we'll go from there. Alright. Okay, I laid some of the tools out. You're going to need a T25 for the new countersunk bolts that thread the adapter down. But after you take off this seal in here, they provide a different seal and a longer keyway that goes into the pump. So you can see the difference right there. So you got to put the longer keyway in first. So that's one thing I did notice that I just want to mention before. That one sits flush with the top right there. And then we just might as well take some of this and lube up the edges and press the seal in, and we're good to go. Alright, now we'll get to building this real fast and we'll turn it on and see if it works. Okay, never mind. I didn't have to go to work and shave it off. It actually, if you push it in there, it touches the solenoid a little bit, but the bolt does line up. But use the Phillips it comes with. Do not use the Torx it comes with. It's a couple threads short, and I noticed it only went in like a couple threads, so this one will go in a lot farther and grab better. You don't want that motor popping off there. So let's finish this up and we'll hook it up and turn it on, just see if we test it. And then next video I will be bleeding the system and seeing if my 4-wheel drive light completely turns off. Okay, we have the AYC pump adapter hooked up to the battery, the tester here, and the motor all hooked in there. So when I flip this switch, before I did not get any sound from this motor. It was completely seized, which could have messed up a whole bunch of stuff, maybe the relay and other stuff too. But let's flip this switch and see if it comes on. Alright, I don't want to run it too long. I just wanted to see if it turns on. So we got to put it back in the car in the next video and bleed the system and see if my 4-wheel drive light, and then I can really enjoy the EVO 10 for what it's really supposed to be. Because I know a lot of people drive around with the AYC light on, but that's not how these cars are supposed to be driven. I want to drive it hard, and I want the AYC to work. That's why I got the EVO 10. Alright, so till next video. Okay, it is the next day. I went to try to install the mount back onto the AYC motor, and I noticed that since the MLG engineering adds a little bit of width here at the end, the bracket and the motor is quite a bit longer, maybe I'd say like a ½ an inch longer. Now when you try to line up the holes with the bracket, it is now way too close right here. So we're gonna have to cut this out. I'm just gonna cut a slot in it and then just bend it out, and then hopefully the bolt holes line up, the mount holes on that side line up. So I brought it to the shop now, the bike shop. So I have more tools here than I do at home. So let me get to that and I'll show you if it lines up afterwards. Alright, after fiddling around a little bit, I found the easiest thing to do was just cut a line straight down, leave a couple millimeters at the bottom right there, and I bent the bracket back at about a 45-degree angle so the motor cassette farther back this way, And now all the bolt holes line up. Before they were way here, and you don't want to re-drill because then those won't line up. And now that clears. I think that's the pressure. That holds all the pressure right there. Now that clears, and then we should be able to go home and mount this up after work and turn this on, and we'll see if it builds pressure. And then the next one will be bleeding because I won't have time tonight to bleed the system. That'll be another one. But I just wanted to show you how to get this MLR engineering upgraded AYC pump on here. Okay, we are back now the next few days later, back at home, back on the washing machine. All the bolt holes line up now. Clears real good. About to throw her back into the back of the car there. And I'm going to show you what I did on this side. Just seal it up real good. Right here, I put some silicone around this because in here it's not really sealed where the plate is. But the new pump came with pretty nice gaskets that look like you won't have to put silicone there to seal it up from the elements. So this should be good for, I don't know how many more miles. Well, we will find out. So let's put this back in. I'm going to fill up the reservoir and just prime the system just to see if it even builds pressure, because I didn't really test any of those, but I could test it in the car. So let this get back in the car. I know the filling up process isn't that exciting sometimes, but I just got this new 12 volt fluid transfer pump. I got some Idemitsu SP3 ATF. SP3 is supposed to be used, and this is the first time I'm going to try it. See, the lines are clear. I'm just going to see if this works. Oh yeah, yep. That works really fast. Okay, that was cool. That was super fast. Now let's turn on the pump and see if it builds pressure. All right, now we have the AYC tester connected, hooked up to the pump motor. It's super convenient having the EVO 10 battery back here where I hook up all this 12 volt testing equipment too. So I don't know if this is gonna make a mess when I turn this on, but I know you're not supposed to turn it on for too long. So let's see. I hear it, but I don't know how long I'm supposed to keep this motor on for until it starts building some pressure. But these lines were fully empty beforehand. Trying to just prime the system here, but sounds like it has the high-pitched sound the whole time. So maybe all the fluid still needs to get down into there. So I'm gonna keep trying at this and let's see if it starts to build some pressure. I'm just kidding. I've been playing it for a little bit. I'm back. I'm gonna show you real quick. Watch this fluid level go down. And now the pump is actually working. Look at that go down now. See it go down a little bit? So it's building pressure now. All right, we're good.